Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're diving into something that can drastically improve your precision flying and your indoor flying. For me, this was a big eye-opening moment for flying acro indoors. I'm talking about Throttle Expo. Some people hate it, some people love it. JB, for example, doesn't like it, and usually I follow a lot of his tips and advice. But on this one, sorry Josh, gotta go with the other team. Throttle Expo is awesome for this. So what's Throttle Expo? So what Throttle Expo actually does, it gives you more precision in a certain spot, in a certain range of your throttle stick, and less precision in the other part, because you still have only a limited amount of throw on your stick, on your gimbal. You're increasing the resolution for one specific area, which you use the most, and you lose resolution in the ones that you don't need that often. So basically you try to get more precision in the area where you're usually staying at, and once you're doing a punch out or you're doing a big thrust or you're cutting your throttle, you're cutting your throttle, you don't actually need that much precision for a punch out or a complete cut. So in my thinking, this helps you a lot, and it actually did. First thing you should do for this is actually add your throttle value in your OSD, because you're gonna need to find out what your main position for flying and cruising around is. Let's get started. For this to work, we need to put the throttle value in our OSD. So let's get on over to Betaflight and I'll show you what to do. Let's head on over to the OSD tab, and you're looking for throttle value. It should be over here, throttle position, that's what it's called. And for this, I would recommend to put it in the middle, like this, so we can have it clearly in focus, but you could also put it down in the corner if you like. But for this experiment, I would suggest to keep it right there. So what's next? Just fly around. Fly like you usually would. Don't change up your style, don't do anything drastically different. Just do as you usually do. Just fly around and just keep an eye on your throttle position there on your screen now, and try to figure out what your main position is. Maybe even watch at the DVR footage you're recording and have a second look at it again. What we're trying to do is to find our medium value, which you're usually at. So the position that you're usually cruising at. For me, in a whoop, it's usually around 40, 45. I think with my Air 65, I have it set it to 45, I think. But it depends on how fast you're flying, how wild and crazy you're flying. So that's all up to you. Okay, you figured that out? All right, let's get a little bit extreme now. Let's head on over to Betaflight again. In the Pit Tuning tab, go to Rate Profile, and in Throttle Mid, you enter the throttle medium position you figured out now. And the extreme part is we're gonna put the Throttle Expo on 99. This is gonna help you figure out where your midpoint is really at. 99 is gonna feel terrible for flying. You won't have any responsiveness in your stick at all. But it's gonna show you if you've got your medium set up correctly. So again, fly around a little bit. This is gonna help you figure out what Throttle Expo actually does. So it's gonna increase the resolution for your mid position by a lot. So you're gonna move your stick, let's say 20% up, but it's really just gonna be 2% up, and so on. We could do the math now, but well, we don't. Now that you've been flying around a little bit, we can actually set the Throttle Expo to something a little bit more realistic. So usually it's gonna be something around 20 to 40%. On my Air 65 race, for example, I have set it to 40, I believe, and that's the most extreme I've got. You're gonna have to experiment a little bit and find what feels the best for you. So that's purely a subjective feeling kind of thing, so there's no real wrong or right answer for this. You're gonna have to experiment. Just know that it makes sense to lose a little bit of resolution in the places you don't need that much precision if it's gonna give you back some. So what I've noticed is I've got a lot more throttle control. I can control my height much better. I can hit gaps a lot better. I can fly acro indoor a lot better. I can fly through chairs and everything that I wanted to do before and I just couldn't. So that helped me out a lot. I hope it's gonna help you a lot as well. And if it doesn't, just write a comment. It didn't help me. But if it did, write that as well in the comment and say, hey, it did help me. Also, Throttle Expo isn't just for cinematic pilots. It's really a valuable option for whoop and freestyle pilots as well. You're just gonna have to try it and see how it works for you. I hope you learned something today and see you next time.